my dears! Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Okay, so first things first, look at how awesome this t-shirt is. It is so perfect for the occasion. I got it from the Columbophile TeePublic store along with another shirt that has the poster from the Season 2 episode, Etude in Black, only it's in Italian, and it is easily one of my favorite shirts I've ever owned, and I can guarantee I will be wearing it in many more reaction videos regarding Columbo on this channel. But if you want those shirts, I'm going to link them down below in this video so you guys can go on and check out that link. But yeah, I had to show this off because I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I think it's so perfect. So as you probably guessed, my first reaction series on this channel is going to be to the very popular 1970s detective show, Columbo.
Hey, that's me!
I actually started Columbo on January 30th of this year, which is super strange because that is the 20th anniversary of the final episode's premiere, which I believe was called Columbo Likes the Nightlife. That was totally unintentional. I had finished, I think, like the second episode, or third episode. I think I was binging it that night. And I got done and I was like looking up some stuff about the series. And then I scrolled down and it's like final episode date, January 30th, 2003. And I was like, okay, that's really weird and unintentional and super strange. And I don't know if it's like the spirit of Peter Falk's like, hey, watch my show. It's really, really good. So because I started the show earlier this year, I've already seen seasons 1 through 4. And I'm currently finishing up season 6. I believe. I've kind of lost track of where I'm at, like, actually in the series. I started recording reaction videos at the end of season 4, early season 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start from the beginning and I'm gonna work my way up to where I am now. I've only seen every episode probably once, so I'm not gonna remember every single detail. I mean, like, my gosh, I haven't even seen the first episode since January, but I did want to give you guys like a heads up. So some of these reactions, they might be filmed out of order is what I'm saying. So I just want you guys to be aware of that going into it. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a super fun experience and I will take any excuse to watch these episodes over and over and over again because they are that good.
You're right.
I am so excited to be delving into this reaction video series. This show completely took me off guard with how good it is.
No one told me.
Before I start a show, I kind of have to know what I'm getting into, and so I will ask people who have seen something and I'll be like, do you think that this is worth my time based on you knowing me and what I like and what I tend to enjoy? And I had just finished Highway to Heaven with Michael Landon and Victor French. So cheesy, but I absolutely loved it.
Nothing's free in this world, pal.
Kindness is.
What world are you living in?
I just finished Highway to Heaven. I was looking for something new to watch, and I asked my dad because my dad is a kid of the 60s, so he grew up with all this stuff. And I was like, hey, I'm thinking of starting Columbo. I had seen like an episode before, but I had never like committed to it and I didn't really remember it anyway. And my dad goes, if you watch this, you will get addicted. And I sat back and I was like, that sounds good. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. So I started it and he was right and the rest is history. I am so charmed by it. I find it to be so witty and clever, but I just love the nuances that make Columbo so human. You know, so many TV detectives are super jaded or cynical or angry about something, or they have like a dark past, and this show just has none of that. Columbo's a very lighthearted person. It's like, yeah, he's like good at his job. He will absolutely nail the criminal, but like his biggest problems in the show are human issues that we run into every day. Like he ruins his favorite pair of shoes, or his car breaks, or he has to take his dog to the vet. It's so human and wholesome and sweet, and I just feel really good after I watch it, and that's the kind of content that I personally look for when I start a new TV show. I think it's wonderful. Just another note, as I finish each of these Columbo episodes, I've been reading this lovely book by David Koenig called Shooting Columbo, which was actually, I just figured this out the other day. He published this book over the pandemic. So 2021, I was a stupid idiot and I didn't read the inside cover of the book of when it was actually published. So as I complete episodes, I've been reading little tidbits from this book, little insights or fun facts about behind the scenes. This book gives a lot of great insight into the very tumultuous production behind the show, and it's very in-depth and it's super well researched. So I'll go through the book and I'll find like a fact or something interesting about the production. So at the end of my reaction videos, I'm reading, you know, short little tidbits from this book, and I have my little Columbo bookmark to help me. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. I wanted to kind of do this video to give you guys like an introduction to the series and, you know, the formatting plan for it. So hopefully that gives you a better idea of how these reaction videos are going to go, and to just give you a heads up on the posting of them, because like I've already recorded a lot of episodes for season 5 and 6 before I've started recording for seasons 1 through 4. So like on that regard, I just wanted you guys to understand like, hey, this might be a little wonky or things might be inconsistent in the videos in terms of how I format them. So if they're inconsistent, I apologize, but this YouTube channel just kind of came out of left field. So, oh, last thing.
Oh, there's one more thing, sir.
I highly recommend you watch these episodes on your own before you watch my reaction videos, especially if you're newer to Columbo. This show is very detailed in terms of like what Columbo picks up on or how the killers commit the crime. And due to the nature of how I cut my reaction videos, a lot of these details are going to be left out. Like that's just the nature of it. And it can kind of lead to some confusion. So with that in mind, especially if you're newer to Columbo or if you've never seen it, I highly recommend you watch these episodes by yourself, because I think it'll make these reaction videos, I think it'll make them more enjoyable for you, because you'll have all the context and not all the information will be cut out. And if you are already a Columbo fan and you're watching these reaction videos and you have context, they're probably going to be more enjoyable for you. So I just wanted to say that because I feel like it is important, because details do tend to get left out and this show gets really, really detailed. So just keep that in mind. For the people that are newer to Columbo or who might be watching along with me for the first time, I was going to read a description of the show, and the descriptions that I found of Columbo online are kind of funny. So I'm gonna read them because they make me laugh. So these descriptions are both from the Columbo wiki page. So it's the wiki page and then the Wikipedia page. So Wikipedia, this is what Wikipedia has to say about Columbo. Columbo, or Lieutenant Columbo, is the main character in the American detective crime drama television series Columbo, created by Richard Levinson and William Link. The character is a shrewd but inelegant blue-collar homicide detective whose trademarks include his shambling manner, rumpled beige raincoat, cigar, and off-putting, relentless investigative approach. It's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, like, that's accurate. Now I would like you guys to hear the official wiki page description of Columbo. I'm sorry, this is so funny. Columbo is a disheveled, shabbily dressed, seemingly slow-witted police detective whose fumbling, overly polite manner makes him an unlikely choice to solve any crimes, least of all murder. Did the killer write this?
Lieutenant, you're priceless. You're a gem. You're a little flawed and you're not too bright, but you're one of a kind.
Oh my god. But they do make up for it in the second half of this paragraph. However, he is actually a brilliant detective with an eye for minute details and the ability to piece together seemingly unrelated incidents and information to solve crimes. So they redeem themselves in that second half, but that first part of the description is... You can almost see like the killers there typing up on the wiki page. Oh my god. It's so mean. I love it though. Anyway, you get the idea. He's a police detective. He solves crimes. He puts on this bumbling facade, although sometimes he actually is just that bumbling. And he's a great detective, and he solves crimes, and he loves his wife and his dog named Dog, and a bowl of chili. Also, like, side tangent, Peter Falk is like one of the most amazing actors ever. Prior to watching Columbo, my primary frame of reference for him was the homeless guy that Kermit talks to in The Great Muppet Caper and the grandpa in Princess Bride. Like, those were like my only 2 points of reference for Peter Falk.
Well, thank you very much. Very nice.
But after watching the show, I'm just kind of like, how his acting is so freaking ridiculously good.
That's what they tell me.
Anyway, I've been a total nerd and I've probably talked too long. I just wanted to give you guys a hello, heads up. This is my first reaction video series and I'm excited to do this and I'm excited to have you join me. I will see you guys in the first reaction video. See you later.